What up, y'all? It's your boy Aaron. We back. One half of the 404 Heelz. What's up, y'all? How we doing today? We doing this review, reactions, instant reactions, feelings about December 6th, WWE Smackdown. Had big shoes to fill because the Raw after, War Games was a banger promos. So it did have some big shoes to fill. Let's see if it filled those shoes. How do y'all feel? Do you think it did? Do you think it did it? Was it a good SmackDown? Was it an okay SmackDown? We're going to start the show. Apollo Crews trying to get to the building, but, the Bloodline cuts him off. Bloodline's a little salty about what happened at War Games. So, Jacob Fatu hits him with that super kick, and then they take out security. And then Solo's like, let's roll, guys. Let's roll. So we also get word that Botch, he tore his biceps, so he will be out for a while indefinitely. And also Bronson Reed broke his foot, so he will be out indefinitely. And then also Jimmy Uso, not necessarily out, but also broke his toe. So the War Games match lived up to the hype with some injuries. No blood. People were mad about the no blood. I didn't see a big deal in it. What do y'all think? But then the show starts with Cody coming out. He is wearing the suit, no jacket. We all know, kind of like, depending on what he wears, depending on if there's a brawl or not. But he's out there cutting that Kevin Owens promo, talking about how he's got a Kevin Owens problem, all this good stuff. And then, boom, a sound we usually hear on Raw comes on, and it's American made. You know how I feel if y'all watch the show. It's brought Chad Gable down a lot, in my opinion. But he comes out, they cut a little promo. Chad saying, he can look the part of the champion. That's easy. They're both wearing the suits. He's like, I can look the part. I can do all that. And then he calls out Cody for being a terrible friend, like many, many people have. He calls him out for teaming up with Roman as well. So all that good stuff. And then Cody gets a chance for a little promo back. And he brings up Shorty G. And he also brings up that he was Goldust. So they have a lot in common. They have a lot of failures. But he says, if you fail again, that looks terrible for you, big dog. But this is one thing I talk about all the time. This is setting up the main event for tonight. Instead of just announcing the main event, Chad Gable versus Cody Rhodes, like AEW does all the time. They're just going to tell you the whole match card before. No surprise, no nothing. Pretty crazy. And then they'll just make the match without even setting it up a little bit. Like all you need is a little 10-minute promo before, like they just did with Chad Gable, Cody Rhodes, let him talk shit a little bit. And then boom, we have the main event. Kind of like what they did 2 weeks ago with Carmelo and Cody Rhodes. Just a little backstage tiff, sets it up for the next week. This just set it up for later in the night. It just gives us a little something to care about, in my opinion. This one was hard though, because Chad Gable is so, not as good as he once was, but they put on a banging match that we'll talk about a little bit later. Michael Cole also, we get Chad Gable coming out and he's on Raw with American Made. And, then Michael Cole kind of announces that Nick Aldis, Ava, and Adam Pearce are working together to maybe do some transfers before we get to Raw on Netflix. And, that's where we kind of see Gunther talking to Nick Aldis. And I'm thinking maybe, what do y'all think? But I'm thinking maybe they might transfer Cody to Netflix and then move Gunther to SmackDown, just so I bet Netflix is demanding Cody Rhodes. They want the bigger belt on the bigger show, the more worldwide show. So that's my prediction, y'all. I definitely think Cody will be on Raw on Netflix. So Raw from, January on, maybe do a little crossover here and there. And then Gunther might slide into SmackDown. So we might get, we got Randy Orton over there. We could do KO versus Gunther for the championship belt. There's a lot of different options over there. You got LA Knight still on SmackDown. LA Knight versus Gunther would be awesome as well. And it would kind of get, Gunther away from the Damian Priest problem he's having right now, So we'll see where that goes. We'll see what NXT people get called up. I would love to see any of the women get called up. They're all amazing over there, but word on the street, we talked about it. I heard it might be Trick Williams. So, and then you could do Trick Williams versus Carmelo, a little feud like they did in NXT, but just bring it onto the main roster. But super excited for the potential. I hope they don't screw it up. We'll see what happens. Who do y'all want to see come up from NXT? Then we get the U.S. Women's Belt qualifier match between Elektra Lopez, Naomi, and then the hometown girl, Tiffany Stratton. Right, she comes out with the white, but with the Vikings colors. Crowds reacting, crowds loving her. Oh, yeah, Chad Gable also from Minnesota. Different reaction. But Tiffany Stratton, they put on a pretty good match. Tiffany Stratton finally gets the win over Electra Lopez, so she moves on to the women's qualifier match. That's going to be, what do we got? It's going to be, where is it? Oh, yeah. Meechin versus Tiffany, and then Bailey versus Chelsea Green. I hope it's going to be Tiffany Stratton and Chelsea Green in the championship for the U.S. Women's Championship on Monday or Saturday night main event. That's the one I want to see. We'll see what really happens, y'all. But then we get a little backstage segment. Looks like the Street Profits get hoed again. They get taken out. They were supposed to have a tag team titles match versus Motor City Machine Guns, but it looks like Tommaso Ciampa, in my opinion, or Johnny Gargano, probably both of them now after we see the match, probably took them both out so they could get the title match. And that's kind of exactly what they do. And the Motor City Machine Guns lose the belts to DIY. And then DIY had a little sneaky situation where they played everyone. They brought up, they were trying to act like they were feuding. It was all part of the plan. And then we get Johnny Gargano, low blow, quick low blow, cheats to win. Tommaso Ciampa laughs, super kick to his boy. They meet in the middle. 1, 2, 3. New tag team champs, y'all. We'll see what happens. We'll see where Motor City Machine Guns go from here. Do they get the instant rematch? Do we get Street Profits getting back for getting attacked by what I assume is Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano? But we'll see what that entails. Do we get a triple threat? That'd be cool to see a nice little triple threat tag team match at Saturday night main event. DIY, Street Profits, Motor City Machine Guns. Hopefully Street Profits can get the win, y'all. That's what we want to see. Give the people what they want. We want the Street Profits to be the champ, or we want the Street Profits to break up and Montez get a solo push. Either one we're cool with, y'all. We get a little backstage segment between Piper Niven, Bianca Belair, and Chelsea Green, a little antagonist. Bianca throws the first punch, but they attack the ribs, and that, like they do in WWE, sets up a match for later. Bianca versus Piper Niven. Probably the match of the night. It was a great match. It had highs, lows. We were telling the story with Bianca's ribs. She sells them very good. And then, you got Piper Niven crashing on those ribs a few times. But Chelsea Green tries to get involved. Bianca flips her over the ropes, put her on there, and then she KODs Piper Niven. Takes like 5 steps to move her closer to Chelsea Green and then lands a KOD on Chelsea Green. 1, 2, 3, huge win. Bianca, crowds behind her, everything. It's definitely time to get her off of the tag team women's and into more of a solo push. We'll see what happens with that, but can't wait to see that again. Maybe Bianca versus Rhea. That would be amazing. Bianca versus Tiffany Stratton would be amazing. Bianca and Chelsea Green feuding would be amazing. Just get this woman into singles competition again. The crowd wants it. We want it. Everyone wants it. Then we get a little backstage after the match where Naomi is talking to Bianca, think you did a great job, but we see a little Nick Aldis and Dominic Mysterio talking in the background, so maybe he's trying to make the move to SmackDown and kind of break away from the Judgment Day. We'll see. WWE does those little backstage segments, and you always got to look in the background. You got to be like, what's going on back there, guys? Because always something going down. But the way Naomi's talking, Byron comes up, tries to get ask Bianca who she thinks she did it, and then boom, Naomi comes in and she's like, it could be her, aka it's me, because she did it. I'm riding with that. Naomi attacked Jade Cargill. That's what I think. What do y'all think? Who attacked her? It's all pointing to Naomi, but WWE could do the old okey doke, and we could be fooled yet again. We get a little Shinsuke Nakamura coming out. We don't know why he's coming out. We just know the U.S. champ is coming out. And right when he gets to the ring, boom, L.A. Knight cuts a promo talking about, you got what I want, you cheated, you got what's mine. He gets to the ring, and then boom, Andrade's music hits, and he's coming out. Right when he gets to the ring apron, boom, that's when we get Bloodline 2.0, Tama Tonga, Jacob Fatu, attack these 3 people. Well, attack LA Knight and Andrade. And then, Shinsuke does some, the mist coming out of the mouth, the black. It was kind of a cool visual. He looked like, he was cornered but he put up his defense mechanisms, if you will. Like, fuck with me if y'all want. Fuck with me if y'all want. I missed y'all ass. It was a cool segment. Bloodline 2.0. Solo cuts a banging promo like he's been doing, but this is one of his top promos. It was all serious. He said there's no more fun and games, so maybe, joking Solo is out of there, but maybe not. But it was a good promo. This dude is good on the mic. He's only been on the mic, talking for what? Less than a year? Because right after WrestleMania is when he went on his offense. But I'm interested to see if Bloodline 2.0 turns on Solo, because winning matters, right? Right? So we'll see what happens with that. It was a good segment. Solo challenged anyone to the back if they wanted it. Come get it to the ring. I thought someone would come out, but no one came out. Bloodline 2.0 kind of dips away, y'all. We get a little Kevin Owens car segment where they were supposed to do a sit down with Michael Cole in the back, but then Kevin Owens is like, no, I'm not coming in that building, y'all. I've tried to come in for weeks, and y'all tell me I can't, and now I can, to do an interview with biased Michael Cole. He was like, if Michael Cole wants to interview me, he can come out to this car and interview me. And that's exactly what Michael Cole does. He said he wasn't going to do it, but then he goes and does it. So he goes out there, meets Kevin Owens in the car. Kevin Owens is like, come in. I got a nice toasty 68. Come on in, guy. So they do a little, interview in the car, which I'm a fan of. This Kevin in the car situation is pretty entertaining, pretty fun, pretty exciting to see. But, Michael Cole ends up blaming KO. KO gets mad, kicks him out the door, kicks him out of the car. Rolls and says, hey, Michael Cole. Michael Cole's like, you ready to apologize? And then he rolls up the window on him. Pretty funny moment. Kevin Owens is pretty funny. I like this Kevin Owens version. It's my favorite Kevin Owens version so far. He's kind of evil, but funny at the same time. But he drives off, which I was like, you think he drove off, but Cody's in the main event, so we'll see about that. And that's exactly what happens with Cody and Gable. They put on a banging match. Chad Gable tries to attack the ankle. He goes after the ankle hard. He takes off the boot. He puts the ankle lock. Cody's hitting some Cody cutters off the top rope with only one boot. All this good stuff, but we finally get Chad Gable tries to go for the moonsault, lands right into a little Cody cutter. Chad Gable sells the Cody cutter amazingly. 1, 2, 3. Cody wins. American May got kicked out of ringside in the middle, for interfering a little bit. They pulled Chad Gable out so he couldn't get pins. But the whole time I was like, KO's coming. KO is coming. So that's exactly what we get. Cody's in the ring, won, but he's beat down. His ankle hurts. And then boom, here comes KO. And just a brawl ensues, security, the scrum, as we always like to see at the end. And it kind of just goes off the air with Cody and KO brawling. Definitely setting it up this Saturday night main event. Excited to see what they do to set it up next Friday, the go-home show to Saturday night main event. And I'm excited to see which more matches they're announcing for Saturday night main event, because I'm pretty sure we only have 2 right now, and it's going to be the women's U.S. Championship versus, whoever it is, one of the 4 women that are in there. And then we got KO and Cody. I'm pretty sure that's the only thing. So I'm excited to see what else comes from that, y'all. Let's just do, we got NXT deadline tonight. So I want to do a quick predictions real quick. Just real quick, Spitfire, bang, bang, boom. Think who's going to win. But we get Trick Williams versus Ridge Holland for the NXT Championship. And I honestly think if Trick Williams is going to move up to Raw or SmackDown, he's going to have to lose this to Ridge Holland. So give me Trick Williams. Then we get the number 1 contender, the 5-man Iron Survivor match is Wesley, Ethan Page, Nathan Frazier, Javon Evans, Eddie Thrope. I definitely want to see Javon Evans win. I think regardless, it's going to be a banging match. Ethan Page could win as well, but he could be one coming up to Netflix or SmackDown as well. Then we get the Women's Iron Survivor Championship. Julia, Stephanie Vaquer, Saraya, Sol Roca, Ren Sinclair. I think Julia gets the win, but it could be Julia or Stephanie Vaquer. But Sol Roca is one of my favorite women. I would love to see that happen. But I think it's Julia or Stephanie Vaquer for sure. Or Saraya, honestly. One of those 3 new girls, I think, is the one that wins this match. Then we get, Fraxium versus No Quarter Catch Crew. I'm going to take a leap. I'm going to say No Quarter Catch Crew gets these WWE Championship belts. So then the match I think I'm looking forward to the most is going to be Lola Vice for the superstar Jada Parker. She is unbelievable right now. Crowd's really loving her. It's going to be an NXT Underground match, no ropes, all that good stuff. We're going to see. I think Jada Parker gets the win, y'all. What do y'all think? Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. It's been good, y'all. Peace.